name is Hope Scott, and the topic that I chose for my persuasive speech was why President Obama is the best president we've ever had. This is my visual aid. I made a PowerPoint presentation explaining my research that I did, my main points, and my argument. President Obama is the best president we have ever had for a variety of reasons. First, he brought upon racial equality. When he first started running, many people thought, can a black man really be our next president of the United States? The answer to that was obviously yes. But during his campaign and even his 2 terms as commander-in-chief, many people doubted him. He was made fun of and ridiculed from every corner. Nonetheless, he persevered and became number 44. President Obama made waves throughout the minority community when he supported Black Lives Matter. He gained support of them very quickly when he was asked by Hillary Clinton in their second campaign run, do all lives matter or do Black Lives Matter? In that moment, he chose Black Lives Matter. He also made waves when he spoke out against police brutality and how it needed to stop against ethnic communities and minorities in the United States. In his second run, nearly 1/3 of eligible voters that did choose to vote were Black, Hispanic, Asian, and other minorities. It has not been that high ever. So that right there proved that President Obama made racial waves throughout the United States during his first term and can continue to do so throughout his second term. He brought together the country when it was racially divided and left the nation on a better term in terms of race than he had when he first began. Another massive change President Obama brought in his term was his healthcare reform. The passing of Obamacare, also known as the Affordable Care Act, in March 2010, sparked a very large debate throughout America about what healthcare means. Turns out healthcare is a basic human right and not a privilege like we once had thought. In this act, under no circumstance may insurers deny coverage based upon previous existing conditions. In my research, I found many plans for as low as $19 a month for individuals, which is a lot less than what private insurance companies offer. So the Affordable Care Act really adds up to its name. Many legislators in both the House and the Senate, mainly Republicans, are trying to repeal Obamacare and give it a new name called Trumpcare, which would allow insurance companies to deny coverage based upon pre-existing conditions which they list as depression, pregnancy, cesarean sections, anxiety, bipolar disorder, all things that people may or may not have been born with and people develop over time. So here's to hoping that Obamacare stays as law. Perhaps what most Americans will remember most about President Obama's 2 terms is everything that he legalized. First came gay marriage, but before that, he repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell in the military, which is where you were not supposed to ask anyone if they were gay and you were not supposed to answer that question. That was the very beginning of gay rights in the United States. After that, in 2010, he legalized gay marriage, which also brought together the United States in many forms now that everyone is free to love who they love. And then finally came transgender rights in bathrooms, reconstructive surgery, etc. So President Obama was very progressive and liberal in this aspect, but a lot of these changes were long overdue. President Obama and the First Family is one of the classiest and most influential people in modern politics. President Obama graduated from Harvard and Columbia Law School. He pursued a great career as an attorney and a judge before coming into the spotlight in politics and running for public office. Mrs. Obama also went to Princeton and Harvard and got her Juris Doctor degree, which is a lawyer, and we were both very lucky to have them in public office. Mrs. Obama was also a very influential person when her husband was president. She made waves throughout families, children. She worked on fitness and health, education, and programs within schools, made their lunches to be significantly better and more healthier options, encourage kids to get outside and move, and for parents to read to them. That alone is more than our current First Lady has done ever. So we were very lucky because the First Family was the first in 30 years to not have a major scandal while in the White House. And as you can tell, they've still been engaged in politics, but stepped down a little bit so they can remain a family. Mr. Obama led the country out of an economic crisis and recession, major terrorist attacks, and healthcare crisis. He gave minority, women, and gays the rights that they deserved and that were long overdue. He made waves throughout so many different areas, including education, technology, solar and energy reformation, everywhere in the country. He unified the country when it needed it the most, and his campaign slogan was change. I think we can all agree that's what President Obama did best for the United States. Thank you.